Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit Valentine's Day special, which I am in fact starting the filming of this on January 29th, which is just to be sure that it is done and edited and stuff for the 14th of February. So if you see this on the date that it's posted, happy Valentine's Day. But this used to be like a very big trend. I feel like a year ago, maybe a couple years ago, was like picking a genre and then reading that entire genre for a week. And I wasn't on BookTube back then, but I used to love watching videos like that. So we're going to start off with an easy one. My favorite genre ever, we're going to be reading romance books for a week in honor of Valentine's Day. So that's what we're doing. Like I said, it's currently the 29th. I'm pretty sure. Yes, 29th. It is a Wednesday. So from this Wednesday to next Wednesday, I will only be reading romance books. Now, I did start this earlier. Okay, so the background is yesterday I finished filming and editing and posted my Onyx Storm reading vlog. Then I filmed an intro to a different video idea I had, which I'm not going to say what the video idea was because I'm not sure it's going to become a video anyway. And I started a book that I then, after reading the first 2 chapters of, decided I didn't want to read. I'm in such a vulnerable place after Onyx Storm that I have to be sure I'm not starting a book that could potentially be bad and put me in a slump. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to read a cutesy little romance, and if I'm gonna do that, I might as well make this video. So this morning I picked up When in Rome. So I am currently 20 pages into this, which is like 6% or something. And already I feel like it's exactly what I needed at this moment. And for the radar, for the rest of it, I have practice makes perfect, because I'm thinking if I finish When in Rome and I'm like, oh god, I loved this and I need more of this author, I have this one ready to go, and the faster I finish this, the faster I can get to reading Beg, Borrow, and Steal, which is for Sarah Crowley's book club for January. And then, of course, because my focus also this year has to be on finishing my 25 for 2025, I picked off 2 romances from there. I have Powerless by Elsie Silver, because I recently read Heartless and loved it earlier this month, and Heartless plus Powerless was on my 25 for 2025, so it'd be really lovely to get on with this series and into this. And the last one is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which is the only book by her I own that I haven't read yet. And once again, like I said, this is on my list of 25 books to read for 2025. So it just feels right that in this video I will also be trying to get through some of that TBR. But without further ado, let's just get right into reading romance books for a week. Okay, I have to say something real quickly, and that is, I remember feeling the same way after I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, and I need to know if anyone else feels the same way. Other books seem so small afterwards. Like, I keep reading this and I'm like, this is so tiny, like, to hold, and I know it's not. I feel like that's a really weird tangent for me to just go on right now, but it's like the second time today while reading the 20 pages I've read so far where I was like, this is tiny. I do have plans in like an hour or something. I have to go eat dinner with my mom, and then we're seeing a movie. It's a Danish movie, but it's like nominated for an Oscar, so we were like, let's finally actually go watch this movie that we've been talking about watching. So I just wanted to read maybe one more chapter before that happened. I do feel like we need to do a little what it's about. This will of course be spoiler free, but like a little premise is that this girl right here is called Amelia Rose, and she's a famous like pop star singer, but she like feels a little bit too much pressure all of a sudden, like going from tour to tour, and like nobody in her team actually cares about her and stuff. So in her panic, she rewatched an Audrey Hepburn movie because she loves Audrey Hepburn. And in that movie, like her character also goes through something similar and goes to Rome. But since she can't actually go to Rome, she goes to the city Rome in the state Kentucky. And there her car breaks down in his front yard. He's called Noah Walker. And so far I don't know that much about him other than the fact that he obviously lives in this small town. Pretty sure he's a baker. Kind of feel like that's implied from like the back and in here. And he like offers her to stay at his place. When I first read the title, I definitely thought it would be about a woman going to actual Rome, but I quickly figured out that it wasn't from the back. But that's the premise of this book. Just like a quick little, that's what it is about. I will get more into it and of course keep you guys updated on my thoughts throughout it. Good morning. It's been a couple of days. It's currently Saturday, at like I think it's 8 a.m. or something, and I haven't talked at all since I feel like I started the book. I'm pretty sure that's right because then I Wednesday I like started it and did like what it's about and stuff like that, and then Thursday I barely talked because I went to the movies in the middle of the day, and I did read. Like I read before I went to the movies. I'm pretty sure it was after. And yesterday I had book club in the night or like afternoon to very late last night because we had a lot of fun. So we just kept sitting and talking forever. Actually forever. So I got home pretty late last night and yet I am awake right now. But I am, however, still halfway through this book, which is pretty good considering the fact that I don't feel like I've been reading that much. I definitely have like a wish to finish it today because I don't have any plans until dinner tonight with my mom. So, enough about that. I'm really enjoying this book. It's exactly what I wanted, which is like a cutesy, short, fast paced rom com. I definitely think if I would say anything, I would say read it in the summertime. I don't know why. It doesn't take place in the summer or anything, but it feels like summery, which is also why I wanted to like push it. But at the same time, I kind of like reading about anything that reminds me of summer right now because you can't see it, but you can tell it on the lighting that it's very foggy out, which it has been for days. Then the sun peeks out for like a second, and then it's like, yeah, I don't want to be here, and then just leaves us again. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the main characters. I actually don't think I have anything like bad to say. Like, obviously, it's not in my brain, it's not giving like a 5-star feeling because it is only like quick and an easy little read. But I didn't want a 5-star reading right now either because I just finished 2 5 stars in a row with Saving Six and Onyx Storm. So I was actually completely okay with reading one for a while that I knew wouldn't get a high rating, but I knew I would still very much enjoy. So that's what this is. It's not like a 5-star read, it's just a funny, quick. It's actually like a rom-com. Like I know everybody calls like shorter romances rom-coms, but this is like rom-com in the fact that it's also funny, which I feel like a rom-com has to be a rom-com. Also, if my voice sounds like deeper or weird because I feel like it does, it's just because it's the middle of the morning and my like this is the first time I'm talking today. Once my eyes feel awake enough to read, I'm gonna get started and hopefully read the last like 165 pages. I am on page 164, and I'm pretty sure we're 50% through it, which means that I should be reading the same amount of pages. And honestly, when I'm sitting down and reading this, it's flying by. It's only because I don't want to say I haven't been in the mood to read, but I just haven't actually done it, even though I've been in the mood for it. So, today I kind of want to challenge myself to see if I can finish the book. If you guys like Gilmore Girls and like the town setting in Gilmore Girls, this is perfect too. They are exactly like Gilmore Girls in my eyes. Like they all care too much about each other's whatever's going on. I officially finished. It is 1:30 p.m. So it didn't even take me that long of the day. It did take me a little bit. And that is part of the reason why this isn't going to be that highly rated. I'm going to get into all of it. I think I'm landing on like a 3.75, which isn't low. I do think it's more of a 3.5. I don't know. Okay, let's go over the things I loved first, because who doesn't love starting with the positives? I loved the setting. I loved the town. I loved all of the like characters actually also. Like they were cute and stuff. Okay, we're already going over to the negative. I just did not care that much about the couple. Like I cared about them as individual characters, but together I was like, you know when in like a slow burn, this is slow burn, but it's not. Okay, that's what I'm going to try and explain is the fact that this is slow burn, but normally in a slow burn, I get to the point where I have the most amazing butterflies in my stomach at the smallest of touches, and like the first time they kiss. In this book, I swear I read the kissing scene with a straight face because I felt nothing. Like I didn't care. I couldn't give less of a shit actually. I did, however, really enjoy the writing style. Like I said, I underlined a few things in here. Like I said, I really enjoyed Noah, most of all, probably. But I'm gonna read two underlining quotes, and they aren't spoilers, so you can keep reading. The future's full of unknowns. We can't try to figure them all out tonight. Let's just savor the moments we have together right now. And I feel like that's what I did mostly in this book. I underlined lines that I feel like go with my life, and then it's like the second last one I did was, I think we'll get hurt a lot in this life, but maybe it's worth it because sometimes we will experience really amazing things too. Maybe not everything will end in hurt, but we'll never know if we don't try. So like the writing was beautiful, which is why I'm so conflicted on the rating, because I also sat through the last 160 something pages I read today, and I feel like they went by very slowly. I do feel like if you are looking for a book you could sit down and finish in one sitting, this is definitely that kind of book. It moved a little bit, I wouldn't even say it moved slow. Like it's a short book, so it moves fast, but it just, something about it felt slow in my brain anyway, and I did get to the point in the end where I just wanted to know how much was left, even though I was enjoying it. So that is why I'm very conflicted on this rating. I do think I'm gonna have to end it on a 3.5. I do really want to continue this series. I do want to read the other ones because, like I said, I loved the town and the setting and some of the other characters and her writing. So I could picture her writing an amazing love story. This just wasn't the amazing love story I feel like she could have written. But I have no idea what I'm going to read next. It's going to be a romance, and I know I put up some options in the start, but I'm so close to going off those. Okay, I have three choices that I've decided on after looking at my Kindle for way too long. And honestly, I feel like I'm gonna have to say screw all of it, and I'm just gonna jump into Practice Makes Perfect. I feel like I've gotten into her writing, and for some reason, this is the only thing that's really speaking to me right now. So, I'm gonna get started on this. Maybe after I eat some lunch because I'm starving. I ate breakfast before I picked back up my book, or before I started reading this again, and I haven't eaten since. And like I said, it's now well over lunchtime, so I think I'm gonna go make some lunch, take a little bit of a reading break, and then I am going to pick up Practice Makes Perfect. Okay, so I just got home from my mom's place where I ended up eating dinner and then spending the night. And while I was there, I read the first 30 pages of this book. And already, I am so happy that I decided to just jump straight into this one because I actually, so far, I'm really enjoying this. Even though I know I didn't like not enjoy When in Rome, but I would say I'm already enjoying this a little bit better. But I thought I'd do like a quick little this is what it's about. In this book, we follow Annie, which is the youngest sister to Noah from the last book, and we follow Will, which is the female main character from the last book's bodyguard. And Annie wants to get married, and to do that, she has to date, but she sucks at the entire first dating thing. So Amelia ends up recruiting Will to help Annie date or get better at dating. Will, on the other hand, wants nothing to do with marriage. He hates marriage, quite literally. Right now, in this point in the book, I just heard about how much he does not want to get married. So, therefore, they think it's a bulletproof plan because she needs someone who wants to get married and he doesn't. So he ends up, I'm pretty sure, fake dating her, taking her on dates and stuff to kind of teach her how to end up actually finding her husband. And in that, they end up falling in love. And like I said, so far I'm really enjoying it. There's not much to say at the 30-page mark other than the fact that I'm really enjoying it. All right, so I think this is going to be the last day of this like reading vlog. It is Tuesday, which means technically the week isn't over until tomorrow, and I won't end it until I'm like done with this and can give you guys my thoughts. But you can see I'm pretty sure I'm close to halfway. I'm on page 154. I don't think I updated my reading position, so I can't tell you exactly how far into the book that is. But so far, I'm really enjoying this way more than I did When in Rome, and I think it goes by very like faster. I think a reason for it is that I relate so much more to the female main character in this book, and the male main character is much more my type. Like Will, Will is very much my type in like book boyfriends as opposed to Noah. Like Noah was really sweet and stuff, but Will is just on a different level. So I was kind of hoping to get this done today and then end off this reading vlog. I do realize that means I only read 2 books, and I do want to try when I film these reading for a week vlog to try and read 3 books, unless it's just like a mood reading vlog. But when it's like the only reading this genre, I do want to try and get 3 books into each week because I feel like that's what other people do. Because I would hate to like finish this reading vlog in the middle of another book or something, which is why I'm like, I'm gonna continue until I'm done with this. But like I said, I've been having a lot of plans this week, and therefore I'm also incredibly tired today. I am, at my truest heart, an introvert who loves being at home, which means spending this many days in a row having like late night plans and stuff has been kind of hard. I don't think I said anything to you guys yesterday. I ended up having like a spontaneous cleaning day. So, and then I went to the theater and came home so late last night. But I did read a little bit yesterday too, honestly, kind of a lot. And like I said, so far I'm really enjoying this book. But today I have no other plans except for laying in bed. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to update you guys until I'm done with it. So, I do also feel like this video is getting a little bit long. It's been a while since I've like tried to edit in it, and last time I just added in a bunch of clips and it became like a hour-long video. So I actually think it's pretty good for me to do this. I think I'm in the stage of this entire thing where I still have to learn how often I want to talk about a book and how long at a time and stuff like that, because obviously I don't want to bore you guys by having most of my reading vlog being me just sitting here talking. But this is also why I'm like, leave me any kind of criticism. don't be too mean about it, but like if you guys are like you talk too much, let me know. If you guys are like, no, we enjoy you talking way more than just watching you read, let me know. I will take any kind of criticism actually on my videos, especially in the start, because it's like I'm finding the niche and stuff. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm gonna lose my voice. I already feel like my voice is kind of deep. That is again because this is the first time I am talking today because I woke up a couple hours ago, I think, and I'm tired and staying in bed. And honestly, for once in my life, I feel like I could really use a nap. It's not gonna happen, but I could. I'm gonna go continue this for the rest of the day. I do hope I can get through it, but if it turns out to be like become slow towards the end, because I feel like that was what happened with When in Rome, I might not get through it today and I might continue the vlog for tomorrow. But like I said, I'm gonna go read. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and go read. Alright, it is officially the next day, and I did finish Practice Makes Perfect last night. Kinda late, which is why I'm not updating until now. I loved this. I did. It is not a 5-star because it's like I said, these cutesy romances have to work very hard to become a 5-star for me at this point in my life. But like I said, I loved this and I really enjoyed it. I do think that has everything to do with Will being way more my type and Annie being way more me. Because if I relate to a character, I like the book way more. If it makes me cry, I like the book way more, and this did all of that. Will is definitely a new top tier boyfriend for me. Probably not a top 5, but he is up there. This was sweet. It was like predictable but satisfying, which I literally got that from Fable because it's one of the prompts you can pick for like reviewing a book. And I picked it because that is how I would describe both of these books is like predictable but satisfying. Like you don't read these kind of romances, I feel like, for a kind of effect. Even though I do feel like When in Rome had kind of a big plot twist at the end that where I was actually a little bit shocked, which was kind of hilarious to get to read too. But that all, oh my god, I forgot. I ended up giving this a 4-star. A clean 4-star. It wasn't anything completely special, but it was really amazing. But that does include reading only romance books for a week for Valentine's Day. I did only read 2, but honestly, I feel like this is kind of good for me. Like, I'm definitely working on getting more into reading. Like, I want to get back into that time in my life where anytime I had a second to myself, I would be reading or crocheting. One of those two things. I'm kind of thinking about doing a video actually about my other hobbies and like nurturing all of my hobbies, which would include reading, but I would also include some painting and like crocheting because I'm kind of trying to get back into that too. So let me know if you guys would want like a my hobbies kind of video. I would totally do that. Also, this comes out with a bit of like a break. I posted my January reading wrap up a couple of days ago, and when this is posted, it has been like 2 weeks or something. But I'm going on vacation on Sunday. It's currently Wednesday, and I will be trying to keep filming another vlog for that will then be posted. But I do want to get this up the 14th, which is like the day I get home, which will mean that there's a bit of a break. But that's what comes with having like another life. For all I know, once I get a job, it'll be harder to keep posting as often too, but I will be trying. Back to the video. I read both of these books, and in all, I would definitely say read this series. I would say read it in the summer. It gives like cutesy little romance, summer romance, even though I know they're not really set like in summer, like summer isn't like a big theme or anything, but I just feel like they would be perfect for summer. And honestly, they kind of help my mood because outside is gray and sad. I miss the sun. And I never thought I'd say that because I'm not like a summer girl. I'm also not like I need summer now. I'm more like I need spring now. I need some flowers to start blooming and just a little bit of sun and just a little bit warmer. Just so I don't need a coat, at least. Sarah Adams' writing, chef's kiss. I underlined some beautiful quotes in these, and she could have me crying and laughing all at once, which I do love. Books that makes you feel all kinds of things. Like this, like I said when I finished When in Rome, these two were rom-coms. Like from the little movies where you would laugh too. Like they were funny a lot of the times. I don't have that much more to say. When in Rome was a 3.5 and Practice Makes Perfect was a 4 star, which honestly is not bad at all for like short, cute romances. But that was in fact all for this week's video. If you are seeing this on the day it's posted, happy Valentine's Day to all of my readers out there. Remember to tell someone you know that you love them, even if it's just your books or your mom or your best friend or something. Go tell somebody you love them because it's Valentine's Day and we celebrate all kinds of love on Valentine's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really did. I feel like I put a lot of work into it, and now it's time to edit, which I have imported some of the clips, and it's gonna be tough, but it's part of the entire thing. I will also be working on getting better at editing and filming and stuff like that as we get ahead. So like I said, I think I said it early in this video, let me know if there's anything you're like, oh, you need to do this differently, or you have any tips for me if you're like a long time editor. Let me know because I will take any kind of tips. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, comment down below if you read this series, what you thought of it, and subscribe, tap the little bell so you get notified every time I post. I think that's all, and I will see you all in the next video.